Hey survivors, today I want to talk about legal situations and how to I pretty much want to talk about how to conduct yourself outside of the courtroom. And I'll try to explain it the best way that I can. A lot of you that you know were married to the narcissist and are going through a divorce or have already gotten divorced or separated. You're dealing with the court system when it comes to the narcissist about receiving your rights and getting legal things in order for yourself and for your children, especially if you're co-parenting. So it is a very, very, very stressful process, you guys. I'm not going to lie. It's a very stressful process, just the whole legal system as a whole, and it's very expensive on top of that, and it's just daunting. It's time consuming. It's very stressful. So inside of the courtroom, I think everything is just explained. As far as your case, you presenting your case, the narcissist is presenting what he has to say about you, and a lot of things just come out, and a lot of times I feel like there are a lot of mistakes that we make. A lot of mistakes I made. Just being too emotional. And then I'm looking at my facts versus my emotions, and I'm having like 95% of emotion based and only 5% of facts. And narcissists are real good, we know one thing about their condition is that about the disorder is that they are obsessed with the person that they want to target, and essentially you are the target. So they're obsessed, and they really try to really bring you down. And in the courtroom, it's a lot of false allegations from them and a lot of torture, a lot of games that they play concerning your kid. One example of it is that they may come to a doctor's appointment, and you're supposed to let them know you're doing the best that you're supposed to do on behalf. If you share your kid together, if you have a kid together, and you have to let them know that there's a doctor's appointment, and they may show up and start an argument with you there. They may say you didn't let them know this, and they might disagree with the doctor's diagnosis for your kid, just causing drama. And they may say the medicine that you've been giving the kid, they notice some type of side effects just because they want to be in opposition of you. Their whole goal is to be your opponent, kind of like in sports, football and basketball. The narcissist is always going to be on the opposite of side of whatever you believe in or whatever you're trying to do. So their goal is to attack you. That's the whole goal. And they do this in a way that it's obvious. And sometimes I sit here and I think about all the setups and the things that he's done. Some days I just get angry, and some days I laugh. I laugh because I'm just thinking, wow, like I should have known. This is just so obvious. But it's just the fact that they're so good at provoking emotions in you, bringing out emotions, hurting your feelings, drawing you into things that are wrong, and you react the wrong way. But the court system, they don't they don't like it when you react a certain way. They always say professional, business like, and all this stuff, because a lot of these judges are not in that situation. They never been through a situation like that. So it's easy for people to always tell you how to do something, or punish you, or criticize you, because they're not the ones in that situation. So moving on, outside of the courtroom, how to just really take care of yourself and look out for things, not engaging in any way other than what's appropriate with the narcissist. Always using your mind and trying to keep your emotions to a minimum. And it's so hard to do for parents, because you got small babies, and you'll never want to hear it. I used to get mad when people told me to keep my emotions to a minimum, and I was just like, you're not in a situation, you don't understand. It was so bad, guys. But just thinking about it, their whole agenda, is to bring you down, to destroy your life, and to punish you as much as they can, and push you over the edges as much as they can. So outside of the courtroom, just being careful, even in your personal life. the narcissist's goal is to exploit you. So the only way they're getting information to exploit you inside of the, the legal system is by getting information on you outside of the legal system, your personal life, who you're dating, what you do in your spare time, making you look like an awful person, and they do this by stalking you, all while making it seem like they just randomly came across the information in in the courtroom setting. We know they don't come across information. They stalk and stalk and stalk, and they figure out who you're dating. They figure out the name of the person, their background. They look and they look and they look for information. That's what they do on us. And a lot of us are not used to that because we just think that it's fair play in the legal system. We're just going to square away one thing, but their goal is to embarrass you also, to find something humiliating or bring something up humiliating from your past and embarrass you over and over again, all while trying to seem like they're not embarrassing you, that you might just have some type of mental issues or something like that. So they're really trying to break you and drive you over the edge. And it's very important outside of court to avoid, unhealthy, toxic situations, avoid dating toxic people. Obviously, if you're in a legal system, the narcissist is going to find out because they are stalkers. That's how they basically find out. So just making sure your new spouses and partners, obviously, you want to make sure they have, good backgrounds, good past. Do your own research, because if the narcissist finds out, they're going to say you're toxic. You date one toxic person after the next, and you have them around the kids, and that's what they do. That's what being a narcissist is all about. Exploiting people, manipulating others, and so. Just even if I know a lot of parents, I know a lot of you are not perfect, obviously, but that doesn't mean you deserve to be abused and exploited in through the legal system. But the narcissist, if they find out, you go to the club every Friday with your friends, they're gonna somehow tell the courts that or show some pictures of you out hanging out, and if they don't have nothing on you, they don't mind lying on your family members and your friends. They don't mind lying. It's just very disgusting how far they will go and accuse your family members and friends of sexual abuse. And then the way the legal system deals with it is that if it's not proven, they just throw it out. But what about all the stuff that you went through? Just the accusation alone of sexual abuse will have police knocking at your door, people coming in, taking your kid to the hospital, taking your kid away from you legally for, several days or weeks or months, just because they believed it to be true until their so-called investigation is over. And then when you get through the legal system, they just throw it out because it's not true, instead of putting this person and holding them accountable for what they did to you. It's awful. It's awful. It's a lot of mess going on in the legal system that shouldn't be happening right now. And oh my goodness, guys, I'm just disgusted thinking about the whole process as a whole. Them throwing things out, and you have to wonder what their motives is, as survivors, we go through the court system to try to get help. And then when you try to get that help, you get slapped in the face with all these rules that don't make any sense. If this person lied and almost had a family member or someone close to you arrested for false allegations, shouldn't they be arrested just for lying and going that far? No, they don't. Especially in family court, it just get thrown out, and it's hard to get, police to go after people that do things like that. So outside of, like the courtroom, again, just making sure that you are really aware that somebody is out there analyzing your life on, social media, trying to figure out new things about you, trying to figure out what you're going on. They're actually stalking you. But in court, they don't make it seem like they're stalking you. They make it seem like, they just come with all this information. Oh, she's dating this guy and he's been to jail for, he's been to jail for drinking and driving. Like, how did they know this? They were like, somebody just gave me the information. But actually, the narcissist was, researching and digging. They do a lot of research, a lot of study, and a lot of analyzing. They are very sick, twisted people, and they see how they're going to use it to hurt you. And they do it. The one thing that really bothers me the most about narcissists is don't stop. They could stop and very much so say, you know what, this is too far. I'm gonna leave it alone and just just let everything go. Just leave it alone. But they actually go and do it. They go through with it, They go through with the pain, with the devastation that they try to cause to their victims. They actually don't stop. They actually push themselves all the way through and they do it. And then they don't have any problem. They go to sleep at night just fine, knowing what they did was wrong. They're so sick. It's best to really stay away from them and to be no contact as much as possible. You can even do that with parenting. I made videos on that. You can still do that with parenting, to be no contact, very, very, very limited contact, and protecting yourself when you're in a limited contact because of the children, because they are so sick. The whole goal is for them is to use the system to abuse you. False accusations, against you and your friends and your family. They don't care. They're toxic. And outside of the courtroom, I think as a whole, we have to all start figuring out what we can do better in our personal lives, because of the attacks that go on inside the courtroom, or the narcissist is using everything that they know. They're mixing it with lies, and then they have some stuff on us that are our loved ones to hurt us really in court. So the whole goal is to really live your life. It's not about being perfect, because I know people, they may say, so you're saying I can't have fun just because it's crazy narcissist? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, make sure they don't know what you do in your personal life. They don't find out. And make sure, you have yourself together. You're not dependent, on, obviously not on drugs or anything like that, because, you make yourself an easier target for the narcissist. They're really, they're sick. They're really trying to attack you, trying to destroy your life. They want to see you fail. And they'll sit back happy that you failed and that you're in trouble, or, they hurt you in some type of way. So that's their agenda. And I just wanted to go back and touch bases about things that we do, mistakes that people can make outside of the courtroom that can affect you in the courtroom. Being around with the wrong crowd, the wrong people. You don't want to do that if you're in the midst of a legal battle with a narcissist, because they try to find out and exploit you. Just staying healthy, and things of that nature. So I just wanted to touch ground with that again, guys. Just tell me what you think about this, guys, and how do you, has anything changed in your personal life about the way that you handle yourself, and how do you deal with narcissists if you have to co-parent with them? So just let me know in the comments below, guys, and I will talk to you guys later.